Welcome to Tamer Bowling Video Ball Reviews. For all your bowling needs, check out our partner, perfectaimbowling.com. Today we are testing a new Motiv Lethal Paranoia. We're testing on both a 42-foot sport pattern and a 40-foot house shot. First impressions of the Lethal Paranoia, we were looking for that long and angular reaction Motiv is telling us about. Yes, it's long and clean. For the back end, I would call it smooth angle. Not exactly what Motiv describes, but something interesting nonetheless. Pretty good sport shot ball as well. We gave the Lethal Paranoia an 8.5 out of 10 for value. It's a mid-high performance ball, which makes it a little pricey but offers a decent amount of versatility. We give it a higher score than a Trident Quest because we believe it is a little more versatile. Overall, we gave the Lethal Paranoia an 8 out of 10. For me, I saw a somewhat benchmark type roll. The ball doesn't fight me getting through the fronts, but I felt like I was hunting to find a way to get it to drive harder off the friction. With that said, because I didn't see it react so fast off the dry, I had much more forgiveness from the inside than out. I just couldn't get it to punch consistently from the friction outside. Now this is a higher volume house shot, but I thought I would see more oomph. And I can see this being a lot more punchy with lower volume house shots. Another positive is that you don't get much overreaction, and that's good on tougher sport patterns. Greg was next, and he laid out the ball to be able to get further down lane on higher friction house shot he's typically seeing, while still taking advantage of the angularity of the ball. He's playing fairly direct on this higher volume pattern as a consequence. As I did, he found an easy line to the pocket. Drive through the pins was somewhat hit or miss. Some shots he saw the ball drive through the pins, and others it deflected with weak 10 pins. It's a good sign when a ball is easy to get to the pocket, but it's clear that the ball will be better with less volume to take advantage of what it really is, a medium to light condition ball. Shawn was next, and he had to be fairly precise to get the Lethal to work well. He had some over-under, as at times missing out would scoot an extra foot or so, and then try to labor back, while missing in wouldn't hold. Shawn really likes the Trident Quest because it's got the denser, asymmetric core, and he gets more control with that. The Lethal Paranoia would be a great step down to the Quest when the pattern has broken down and the Quest is just too much for him.
Yes, I think it's important for him.
Moving on to the sport shot, I struck straight out of the gate with the Lethal. Lanes had about 4 games on them from the left side, so it's broken down a touch. The smoothness but good reactivity allowed me to find the pocket fairly easily. However, for me to use this in match play, it would need to be more broken down, as the shot is still a bit tight with this ball out of the box. Misses in and out are still not as forgiving as I would want. For Greg, it was a bit different. The right side is a little more broken down than the left, and he was easily able to strike. He was playing pretty direct for him, but that allowed the Lethal to have good energy at the pins. We really couldn't complain a whole lot. Like any ball, miss outside on a sport shot and you will flag the head pin, no surprise there. And finally, Shawn tests on a sport pattern. He can also get to the pocket, but didn't find it ideal. It shrunk the forgiveness, so over-under was pretty easy to see. We didn't test with more surface, but again, the preference with this type of ball would be to leave it at a box surface with less grit so it's usable on the burn. So some overall thoughts. I am trying to really reconcile what Motiv is telling us with what we see. Motiv's description basically implies skid flip ball, and I would say we definitely did not see that. The Hexion cover really does not react that fast to friction. But this is relative. What's interesting is that I believe Motiv continues to search for a cover stock formulation that rivals Storm's quick reaction to dry, while Storm somehow is trying to find an equivalent to, let's say, Motiv's Venom Shock. And if you look at it from that angle, this cover is just not it. In fact, I would argue the Octane Carbon was quicker off the friction. Now, if we stop focusing on what they're telling us and more on what we see, we have a pretty good ball. Yes, it's clean. This core is a better matchup to this cover than the Trident Quest in my opinion, and this is a smooth cover in my mind, and the higher RG of the Lethal gives it more pop down lane than the Quest. In the end, I can see a lot of people enjoying the Lethal Paranoia on the right conditions. If you previously liked the Paranoia, the original, you will also like the Lethal. Motiv has smooth and controllable motion off the breakpoint, meaning medium reacting to dry boards. I think Motiv should tout what they're good at rather than try to chase something else. And if you look at it that way, the Lethal is a good ball.
I need to tell you what Tamer Elbaga reviews. Yeah.